Rules of integration. Integration of expressions of the form ax plus b to the power n. We will continue with this. You will find this on page 317 in the Namibia AS-Level Mathematics textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. Let's look at a few more challenging examples. Now, first get it ready. You don't want it in the denominator, you don't want the root. So get it out of the root, then it's to the power of half, and if you bring it up, it's to the power negative of half. You can take that constant, put it in front of the integral sign. Remember, I did not integrate yet. Now I'm going to integrate. So take the 5, multiply what is the value in front of the variable. In this case, it's not integration to x, but it's integration to t. So it's 1 over 2 multiply. I add 1, and that same result I divide with, plus c. And then I'm just simplifying. Now, remember a half, it's actually multiplied 2 over 1, so that will cancel out. Only the 5, I can take it back to the root, plus c. Okay. Let's look at this one. Now, this one is a bit more challenging, but break it up. Break that, say that's 3 to the power 4, and that also to the power 4. And now it's easier. Now that's the constant in front. And now I bring this bracket up, so it's negative 4. What is the value in front of the variable t? It's negative 4. So it's multiply 1 over negative 4. Then I add 1. I divide by that result, plus c, and that will, if I simplify that, 3 to the power of 4, and then I'm going to divide it by that 4. I'm just checking if I see my calculator now somewhere. Okay, just want to quickly show you. So 3 to the power of 4 was 81, and if I divide by that negative 4, okay, so I was actually getting, can I just show you, otherwise it would have given a fraction. So 3 to the power of 4, that was 81. Come in. And that was negative 4. Okay, but that was negative 4 multiply, that was giving me negative 3. And if you, this a negative times it, so 4 times 3, so you could have said it's 12, so it was actually 81 over 12. But if you can say divide by 3, or you can just press on your calculator, 81 ABC 12 equals, it will give you 6 3/4, or if I press shift ABC, I will get that 27 over 4. So you must just simplify that at the end. It was just showing you the calculation. And then because this is negative 3, I can bring it down the bracket to make it positive 3 plus that C. Okay. I want you to stop the video and I want you to do number 1. I like always that we start easy. I think that one would have been easier. But let's do number A. And then we can do number C, which is more or less like that one. And then we can also do number, I just want to see, that one is very simple. If I want you to give you one here, I can give you F and then B. Again, you can continue the video as soon as you are finished. Okay, let's start. Number A. So there's my integral sign. It was 2 over square root 3t minus 2 dt. Okay, and that is actually the same as, you can put the 2 there, bring them, if you take it out, it's a half, and if you bring it up, it's going to be negative half. Come on. Come on. Negative half, okay, and don't forget I'm integrating now to t. Okay, so if I'm doing that, I'm going to find, so there's the 2, multiply, put a multiply. Then take this value in front of the variable, the reciprocal actually, multiply, then that 3t minus, I'm struggling with the pen, minus 2, and if you say negative a half plus 2 over 2, it's going to give you a half. And don't forget that you have to divide by that half, and then plus c. And if I'm doing that, I'm going to get now 2 over 3, which is this one, multiply reciprocal 2 over 1, and then I'm going to, I'll leave it first like that, 3t minus 2 plus c. And if I want to simplify that further, I'm going to get 4 over 3. Can take it back to the root. And then I'm going to say plus c. Okay, that's how you do it. Number c. I'm going to make space, otherwise I struggle too much at the bottom. Okay, so number c. So there's my integral sign. There it is 2 over 2t plus 1, and that's to the power of 3, and I'm integrating to t. Okay, now this step was very important. What I did in this, where I showed you. So take your integral sign, then make it 2 to the power of 3, and the bracket 2t plus 1 to the power of 3, and I'm integrating to t. Okay, and if I'm doing that, I'm going to get 2 to the power of 3 is 8. So yes, I could have moved it in front. Yes, I'm going to, because now I want to take that up. So put the 8 there, and now bring it up. Now it's just negative. Okay, now it's ready to integrate. So I did not integrate yet. So now I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to get, now this is equal to 8 multiplied, don't forget, in front of the variable, the reciprocal, or 1 divided by that, and then multiply, and now it's that 2t plus 1, negative 3 plus 1, it's negative 2, I divide by negative 2 plus c. And that is going to give me now, so if I'm going to say, so 8 times a half, it's 4. And then 4 divided by 2, it will be 2. Okay, but let's just see. I just see my mistake here. Do you see? I forgot I must divide by that. It's negative 2. So if I'm going to say, okay, let's just quickly say, okay, I'm going to make it easy. So it's 4. Don't forget that negative 2. And then it was, oh, this was not necessary. 2t. I could have already bring it down. I just wanted to show you that it was negative 2. Bring that down to t plus 1 square plus c. And that will be your final answer. Okay, let's do number F. Number F, that will be number 2F. Okay, so this is now to x again. So I'm going to integrate. It's going to be negative 3. And there's my root. And it's a fifth root. So it's 8x minus 9. And I'm integrating to x. So I say dx. So in this case, Okay, first get it ready. It's actually good that, so I can put the -3 there. And now, don't forget, put a bracket, then it's 1. Then it's 1 over 5, and if I bring it up, it's going to be 8x minus 9, and it's going to be 1 negative 1 over 5, and it's 2 dx. Okay. And now, I'm just going to, I'm actually sad I didn't give you one like this, whereby you remember that it's going to be 1 over -7. Maybe at the end of the video, I will just do another one. Okay. So in this case, it's going to be, I'm going to put the equal here. So keep the -3, multiply that 1 over 8, okay? And then I'm going to say multiply, and now it's going to be that 8x minus 9. Now, if you're afraid, ooh, this pen. If you're afraid you're going to make mistakes, say 1 over 5 plus 5 over 5. And then it's easy to see. It's always the same as the denominator. It's actually plus 1, but I break it up, 5 over 5. So then it's going to be 4 over 5 plus the c. And then this is going to be -3 over 1 times 1 over 8 times the reciprocal 5 over 4. And then it's going to be that 8x minus 9, 4 over 5 plus c. Okay, and now I can just simplify. This is going to be -15 over 32. Okay, let's just see. If -30, okay, 15 over 32, and this is going to be, I can take it back to the root. Okay, let's take it back to the root. If it's back to the root, remember it's a fifth root because that's the denominator, brackets 8x minus 9 to the power of 4, and then I'm going to say plus c. But I could have leave it like this, but just go for the simplified fraction here in front. Okay, then we're going to do number B. Again, I'm going to make space. Number 3B. Oh, this is a long one. But take it step by step. Then it's not so challenging. And I'm integrating to t again. Okay, and I'm integrating to t. The most important is you first have to get it ready in the correct form. So let's just do this. It's going to be 2t plus 3 to the power of 3 over, and just make 2. Luckily, all the bracket inside is 2t plus 3. But that was a half. So minus, so I'm taking the denominator to the divide by the first and the second. I'm breaking it up. So 2t plus 3 square over, okay, let's just get this step ready. The pen, 2t plus 3, that's a bracket, and to power half, and then this is all to dt. Oh, you can put a bracket, but then it's too many brackets. Okay, so this is going to give you now, if you're going to this is going to give you 4. Now, luckily the brackets are all the same inside. Now 3 minus a half, it's just normal indices, so that's 2.5. I think it's best to write it as a fraction 5/2, which is 2.5. Okay, minus. This is going to be 2 minus a half, which is going to be 1.5. Okay, so let's just say it's 2t plus 3, and that's 1.5, and it's 3/2, and it's still, I'm going to integrate, and it's dt. Always just check your way of writing after you're done with a step. Am I still writing it formally correct? Okay, now I'm ready to integrate. So the 4 can be in front, but it's not necessary. I'm going to just put it in brackets now, just to help you a little bit. So make it the 4/1. Multiply with this reciprocal, 1/2. Bracket, it's going to be, no, let's just make the bracket a bit smaller because it's a fraction. So this is going to be 2t plus 3. Now, if it's, can I just show you here? If it's 5, oh no, I don't want to use the same color. If it's 5/2 plus 2/2, integration I add, so it's 7/2. Do you see that? So it's 7/2, and I divide by 7/2. Okay, I'm just putting minus. Now I start with this one. Just bracket first. So there's not a constant, so it's 1/2. So this one is going to be multiply. There's a multiply. Multiply. And now it's going to be 2t plus 3. And it's 3/2. So it's going to be 3/2 plus 2/2, which is 5/2. Can you see that? And I'm going to divide by 5/2. And then I'm going to say the magic plus c. Okay, let's just move this a little bit. Move a little bit up. We need a little bit more space. Okay, we're ready to go on. Okay, I'm just going to make it a little bit long, but it's 4/1 multiply 1/2 multiply this reciprocal 2/7, and then it's that 2t plus 3 7/2. Okay, again, as I said, I'm putting a little bit extra steps. Okay, half multiply 2/5, and then it must be 2t plus 3 and 5/2, and then don't forget your plus c. Okay, and that will give me, now let's just go and see, that 2's cancel, so it's 4/7. So it's 4/7. Now I can leave it like that, the bracket, or if I want, I can just say it's a root now, and it's it's to the 7. So it's 2t plus 3 to the power of 7, and it's a square root. Okay, minus, that is, the 2's cancel, so it's just over 5. And again, I can put it in a root, and it's 2t plus 3, and it's to the power of 5. And then it's plus c. And that will be my final answer. Okay, I want you to stop the video again. And I just want to give you one, and I'm not going to make it difficult. Just do for me number D. It's just because I'm afraid that you will always say 1/7. Okay, it's not 1/7. So you can continue the video as soon as you tried number 1D. Okay, I'm quickly going to do it as a final. 1D, let's do it in green. I'm integrating still to t. It's good that you always think it's not always x. There's a nice, I like this one. There's a nice constant there, do you see? T and it's to the power of 5. One d, I just power of 5, and it's where I'm integrating to d. Okay, now let's get it ready. I can do it like this. You can put that 5 over 4 as the constant in front. If you move this bracket up, it's 7 minus 2t, and now it's to the power of negative 5. Okay, and I'm integrating to t. Okay, now I'm going to start. So leave the 5 over 4, multiply, and this is the reason I gave this one, the value in front of the variable is t, and the reciprocal of it, so 1 divides by that value. Okay, and then I'm going to say, no, the bracket must not be so big. Multiply, it's 7 minus 2t, and if I'm plus 1, it's going to be negative 4. Okay, are you with me? And I divide by negative 4, and I don't forget to say the magic plus c. Okay, now I can simplify that. I'm going to make it a little bit long and say just it's 5 there on top. Down for a negative times a negative is positive. So 4 times 2, that will be 8. And then 8 times 4, that will be 32. Okay, and then you can bring that bracket down, do you see? So it's going to be 7 minus 2t, and that's to the power of 4. It's not necessary. You can leave it there on top also, plus c, because the negative can be in the numerator, but not in the denominator. Okay, plus c. And that will be your final answer. So please, why I did this sum is that always 1 divide a, and a is the value in front of the variable, the coefficient.